Good evening, everybody. I'm Baso. This is Adrian. So today we're going to do some more hip videos. This one we're going to show a different variation how you can do it at home with a longer resistant band and a short resistant band. So the first two exercises we're going to do internal and external hip rotation. So that way we're working focuses on the hips, strengthening the hips. A lot of people focus quads, glutes, hamstrings, but what about your hips? What about your hip flexors? Those are just as important as work training the rest of the muscles. So you can't neglect those. They're very vital. You see a lot of people that got good aesthetics and they focus on just their upper body and lower body. What I mean by lower body, their glutes and their quads, and maybe not even the glutes, hamstrings, and even their calves, but they don't work on their hips. So when you record yourself and tell somebody to record you and not paying attention and walk. If you walk like this, you got stiff hips. And a lot of people don't realize how they walk unless somebody records it. So you walking like this, straight forward, that's the way you want to walk. You don't want to walk like this. That means you got some stiff hips, bad knees, bad ankles, combination of all of them or all of them. So have somebody record you so you can see how you walk. If you record yourself and you think about it, you're going to try to walk straight. So have somebody record you and tell them not to let you know they're recording, and record you from the profile and the back so you can see how you're walking. So we're going to do 3 exercises doing your hips. So 1 external, 1 internal, and then we're going to do hip rotation. So we're going to do a video for all 3 of them. These can be done at home, at the gym, in the garage, wherever you're comfortable doing it. So before you start doing these, make sure you consult with your doctor to make sure it's okay to do these exercises. So, all right, we're going to get started. Ready, Andrew? So face, yeah, go that way. So we're going to do, you can bend that one there. So I got the resistant band on her shoe. So it's easier because of the shorter bands, the wide base of it actually holds on her foot better. So this one, we're going to do the external rotation. So what she's going to do, keep her legs straight, and she's going to go as far to the right as she can. She's going to hold it for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Once the 30 seconds is up, she's going to give me 30 reps. So I'm going to adjust this a little higher because I know you don't feel enough tension. There you go. Yep. Hips again. I should have used a bigger one, but that's fine. So do 3 sets of 30-second holds, 30 reps, or you can do 5 sets just depending on how much time you have. All right, give me 30 reps. Control. Come halfway up. Come a little higher. Right there. All right, she's gonna do 30. So this is the external rotation. You wanna do 3 sets of the external rotation. Got a band. The band is about 30 pounds of pressure, resistance, and then the other smaller band just loops around the larger band, and then the small band loops around your shoes or your feet. So she's gonna do 30 reps. This is another variation of training your hips at home, and not a lot of people do external and internal hip rotation, and those are very important to do. Hips are very vital. Where you at? And you see, you want a good control, you want rapid, you want a good control. All right, good. So typically when you do this, stay on one leg. Don't jump back and forth. Take about 30 to 45 seconds, then do another set. Take 30 to 45 seconds, do another set. You don't want too much time period gap between each set, so that way you can really engage that external part of your hips, so that way you don't have a whole lot of rest. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to demonstrate one, which she was doing on her right leg, the external rotation. Now she's going to do the internal rotation, and that means her knees are going in or her foot is going inwards. So we'll do her left foot. Same thing. All right, tilt all the way in as far as you can. Hold it for 30 seconds. So you can do the external rotation first, 3 sets, 3 to 5 sets, 30-second holds, 30 reps with the right leg. Go to the left leg, do 3 sets, 30-second holds, 30 reps, same thing, and then go into the internal rotation, both for the right and the left. So she's doing the internal hip rotation right now. So she's holding it for 30, and then she's going to give me 30 control. All right, good, 30 reps. So this is the internal. One's external, one's internal. Both are vital. So I did a video earlier and then did one internal rotation. So this video does the internal and external rotation with the resistance bands. So this will be exercise number 2. So exercise number 1 is the external hip rotation. Exercise number 2 is the internal hip rotation. Burning. Good. Again, it's just one resistant band, the long one, and then one short one, and just wraps around the longer one. So this is easier to hold with your feet than versus the thinner band. So that was exercise number 1 and number 2. So we're going to do exercise number 3 coming up next. Exercise number 3, these are called hip rotation. So Adrian's going to do, she got the resistant band on her feet. She's going to do hip rotation, which actually helps strengthen your hips and your glutes. So she's going to go for 30 seconds clockwise, not based on reps. So she's going to keep that pace, slow, medium pace, and then she's going to go counterclockwise. So she's going to start with her left hip first. Ready? Let's go. Yep. So when you're going counterclockwise, move your feet forward as far as you can and then rotate it. So she's going to do that for 30 seconds. See how nice controlled movement? That's going to help strengthen your hips and your glutes. Again, it can be done at home. Use the wall for support, so that way you're not having to lean too far and having to engage your back as much. All right, go the other direction. Let's go. And she's using a medium resistant band. So this clockwise and counterclockwise, that's considered one set. So if we're going to do 3 sets, the next set will be like a heavy. Then the third set will be like an extra heavy, or you can stay at a heavy, depending on how much you're struggling. So you can do 3 sets of 30 seconds each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now she's gonna go to her right leg. Same thing. Ready? Let's go. And with these rotations, you want good control and go as far as you can go. We want to do 30 seconds each direction, clockwise, counterclockwise, and that's considered one set. If you notice one side is struggling more than the other, we got some imbalances in your hips, so we need to address those and correct them. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Other direction. Ready? Let's go. You didn't know it can do these many different hip exercises, huh? Again, we see a lot of videos talking about quads, glutes, hamstrings, but needs to be more videos dealing with the hips, because the hips have to support all the weight. So when you shift to turn right, stop to turn left or turn right, all your weight pivots on that one hip. So when I pivot to the left and shift all that weight shifts on that one hip. So those hips gotta be able to hold that weight. Even if it holds that weight, if it's not strong, then we're gonna end up having issues on down the road as you get older, because you're gonna be a lot more stiffness in the hips. Or if you fall, you're gonna notice that instead of being bruised, if you land on your hips for a couple days, if it's hurting for months or weeks, we need to strengthen that bone, because we work out to increase our bone density, but what are you doing to strengthen your bone density in your hips? So again, hips are very important. 30, 30? Yep. Oh, I forgot.
You forgot.
I forgot all about her. She kept going. Good thing she's strong.
I've been here for 5 minutes.
It was a 5 minutes. It was like a minute and 15 seconds. All right, those are 3 different hip exercises that can be done at home. Internal, external hip rotation. External, internal hip rotation. With the resistance band, that was exercise 1 and 2. Exercise number 3 was just a hip rotation with the resistance band, going each direction, clockwise, counterclockwise. We do mobility drills, but we got to also include strength training drills when we consider thinking about our hips. So I know a lot of people stretch their hips, I see, but you also got to strengthen those hips too. So just don't focus on one aspect of your hips by just mobility, but we got to strengthen those hips as well. So if you have any questions on this video, let us know, leave a comment, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.